Eat Sleep Boxing Repeat Life, joined by Paul Kelly for another boxing betting tip show. We're doing 2 videos this week. This video is dedicated to the Sky Sports Boxer Show on Saturday night. If you are interested in watching the show on TV, but you are not a Sky customer, it's very easy to watch the show. We're going to be posting a link below this video, so you'll see it in the description just below there. Very easy to click that and get involved with you're a Sky customer or not, and watch the show on Saturday night. We're going to be there, and it's going to be really good. There's lots to look forward to, I promise you. Paul, looking forward to getting your tips for this one. We've got Richard Riakporhe in the main event, English title fight on the undercards, other fights as well. I'll go straight to you. What tips have you got for us this weekend?
Yeah, thanks very much, Elliot. I completely agree. I think it's a good show. There's some good fights on that. I think, when we did the weekly preview on Monday, we said about English title fights always serve up some crackers as well. So Jermaine Brown and Zach Chelli, I think that'll be a really good fight. I do have a tip in that fight, but I think I'll just go straight to the main event, because I think although it's a really good fight and another stepping stone fight for Richard Riakporhe before he does move on to the world level. I know this is a world title eliminator, but I think Riakporhe will be too strong for Turchi. If you are just looking at the resumes of both fighters and comparing their only the only opponent they share is Tommy McCarthy. Tommy McCarthy beat Fabio Turchi by a split decision in Italy. I think it was only really a split decision because it was in Italy. I think McCarthy probably actually won it, possibly a wee bit wider, but he still got the nod. Whereas if you look at Riakporhe versus McCarthy, Riakporhe kind of ran through McCarthy with relative ease within 4 rounds. So I think if you're going to compare those 2 fights, there's no real doubt in my mind that Riakporhe's going to win, and it's just a matter of when he's going to win. I think he will win by stoppage. Riakporhe's one of the biggest punchers in the division for sure, definitely from Britain. I don't think it'll come really early. I don't think he'll blow Turchi away. Turchi's too smart for that, especially with him being a southpaw too. But I could see it coming in the middle rounds. So my betting tip for Riakporhe versus Turchi is Richard Riakporhe to win in rounds 5 to 8, which you can get at a price of 21 to 10. So just better than 2 to 1.
Good stuff, like that bet. Yeah, I think Richard Riakporhe saw him against Dion Juma, and just he looks like he's punching like a mule now, to be honest. And he also, one thing about Riakporhe is his size. In my opinion, he looks bigger now than he used to when it comes to fight night. I think he's putting on more weight between the weigh-in and the first bell. So he looks absolutely massive against Juma. I expect him to look massive against Turchi. So yeah, I do think it will be by stoppage. And yeah, I think mid-rounds, it's just a safe bet, isn't it? I think that you kind of, it's not rare for someone to stop someone early, as we saw in the Inoue fight yesterday, but a lot of the time it takes you a little while to work your opponent out and then get to them in the middle rounds. So yeah, I like that bet. I think we'll move on to your second tip, Paul.
Yeah, the second tip, as I said, comes in the English title fight between Jermaine Brown and Zach Chelli, and it's such a close fight. This on paper, I think it really is. We were, even when we were doing the preview, where you were favouring Brown a little bit. I know I was favouring Chelli just because of the opponents he's faced. I know he's lost a few, and he had a draw with Jack Cullen, and he's lost a few tight ones. But I think just the level of opposition is slightly better than Jermaine Brown's, and for that reason, I've gone for Zach Chelli to win on points. I can't see him stopping Jermaine Brown. You might think that Jermaine Brown is more likely to win on points because of the way he boxes. I think he's only got 3 knockouts, and he has won on points quite a lot. But I don't know. I just see Zach Chelli having a wee bit too much. Sounds daft because he's younger, but he's been more experienced, I think, at the higher level, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think Zach Chelli to win on points at 15 to 8 is a great price for me.
Yeah, I think that's an outcome that a lot of people aren't predicting. I think a lot of people are saying Zach Chelli on via stoppage or Brown via points. However, I think worth kind of noting that when it comes down to it, he's not a massive puncher if you're on paper. So, and Brown's obviously never lost, never been stopped. So I don't think that's an outrageous. I mean, it's not kind of an outrageous prediction. I think Shelley scored a fantastic knockout in his last fight against Jack Kilgannon, but Jack Kilgannon's more of a kind of he's an area level fighter, whereas I feel like Jermaine Brown is English level, could go on to British level and more in his career. So he's facing that higher caliber of opponent as well, in my opinion. Okay, cool. I like that, Paul. Was it just the double from you for this show?
Yeah, it was.
Nice one. So if you put those two together, what are the odds put together?
Yeah, the Riakporhe knockout in rounds 5 to 8 and the Chile on points. If you put them together, it's just short of 8-1.
Lovely.
So playing 8-1, tenner on it, 90 quid back. Can't be bad to that.
Yeah, good stuff. Okay, no, enjoyed that, Paul. Like other fights kind of worth looking at. I think Chris Congo against Sebastian Formello is an interesting one as well. But yeah, interested to see other people's tips as well. But yeah, appreciate your time, and yeah, looking forward to seeing if that double comes through over the weekend.
Thanks very much, Elliot. Cheers, all the best.